Good morning, seventh grade. Like I said yesterday, today is a test, so we're just going to review the lessons. So this might seem like a long video, but if maybe there's a lesson you're not really struggling with, you can skip that one. That would be fine. So here we go. All the way back to lesson 1, we looked at finding the unit price. So go ahead and work through these on your own. If you want to hit pause just before answers are shown, otherwise you can just follow along as we go through. So we have a 12 pack of paper towels, costs $15.78. The unit price is $1.32. A 5 pack of dog bones costs $6.98. The unit price is $1.40. And then a 7-pound bag of potatoes costs $4.98. What is the price per pound? 71 cents. Lesson 2, we looked at finding out whether or not ratios are proportional. So we have 7 to 4 and 14 to 8. Those are proportional. 5 to 10 and 20 to 40 are proportional. 4 to 1 and 5 to 2 are not, but 5 to 7 and 10 to 14 are. Next are the ratios proportional in the chart. So now looking at a chart rather than just ratios. So we have 2 to 10, 6 to 12, 8 to 16, and 2.5 to 5. Well, 2.5 times 2 gets you 5, 8 times 2 gets you 16, 6 times 2 gets you 12, but 2 times 2 does not get you 10. So they are not all proportional. Okay? Lessons 5 and 6, we looked at graphs to find out if ratios were proportional. So if we were to write it out, it'd be 2 and 2, 2 and 4, 4 and 8, 8 and 16, and 10 and 20. So they are proportional. All of them is just doubling to get to the other one. Lesson 7, we were finding the constant of proportionality. So we had Suzette and Margot are making crepes. 20 crepes takes a certain amount of flour, milk, and then 2 eggs. They need to make 50 crepes, but they need to know how many eggs they need. So we need to first find the constant of proportionality. So 10 crepes are made from 1 egg. So the constant of proportionality is 10. So if we are making 50 crepes, we need 5 eggs. Lessons 8 and 9, we looked at graphs and tables. So Andrea is a street artist. She does caricatures, which are the cartoon pictures. Find the constant of proportionality first, which is going to actually be 1.5 or 3 over 2. And then the equation we can write is y equals 1.5 times x, where 1.5 is where x is the hours and y is the number of portraits. Okay. Lesson 10. So here we have a graph that shows how much time a person can shower with a certain amount of water. So we need to know, is the length of the shower proportional to the number of gallons? Yes. And then how long can a person shower with 15 gallons of water? Well, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So this is going to be 15 gallons of water. And here we have 5 minutes. And then the constant is going to be 0.3 minutes per gallon. Or like 15 seconds, I think that is. Or just over 15. 11 and 12, comparing using unit rates. So blue car travels 18 2/5 miles using 0.8 gallons of gas. Red car travels 17 2/5 miles using 0.75 gallons of gas. Which one travels further on 1 gallon? First find the unit rate, 23 and 1/5. So the red car goes 1/5 of a mile further per gallon. 13. The table below shows 6 different size pans. It actually only shows 4. That can be used to make mac and cheese. If the ratio of ingredients stays the same, and let the recipe be altered to account for the different sized pans. So we're writing an equation to find that out. So we have 4 cups of noodles, 1 cup of cheese, or 5 cups in the pan. So our unit rate is 1 over 4, cheese over noodles. And the equation we could write is C equals 1/4 N, where C is the cups of cheese and N is the cups of noodles. So if we would take 1/4 times 3, we would get 3/4 of a cup of cheese. 14, we're finding parts of a number. So he gets 1/12 of the sales price in commission. So we want to find out what his commission is going to be for a car that was $21,999. So we take $21,999 times 1/12, and we get $1,833.25. 15. What is the unit rate for cost per pound? Well, it's going to be 8. And the equation we could write is C, which is cost, equals 8 times the weight, which is W. Okay. 16. Scales. So is it a reduction or enlargement first? Well, we're going from big to small, so it's going to be a reduction. And then is there a constant of proportionality? We have 3 to 6 and 3 to 1.5. Yes, there is. It's 2 or 1.5, depending on how you're looking at it. 17. First, is it a reduction or enlargement? Small to big is an enlargement. Then we're looking to find the scale factor or the constant of proportionality. So we go from 1.5 to 4.5 and 1 to 3. So we multiply, excuse me, we multiply by 3, or if we would go from here to here, we'd go by 1/3. 18. A graphic designer is creating an advertisement. She needs to enlarge the picture given so that 0.25 inches on the scale corresponds to 1 on the actual advertisement. We need to find what the length of the advertisement on the tablet will be. So 1 1/8. We find our constant, or our scale, so to speak, is 4. 1 divided by 0.25. So our equation is y equals 4 times the x. So if we're finding the length, 4 times 1 2/5 is 5. And we can also find the width, same thing. Lesson 19. So here we have the dimensions for the scale drawing. We know that the actual area is 36 square units. So we need to find what the measurement, or find the scale first and then find the measurements of the actual drawing. So if we find the area of this one, 6 times 3 is 18, divided by 2 is 9. So we have to find out how we get from 9 to 36. That's multiply times 4. But because it's a triangle, it's kind of funny. So our area here is 9. 9 to 36 is 4. But our measurements are going to be 12 by 6. Because if we take 12 times 6, we get 72. And then we have to divide it by 2 for a triangle. So then we get 36. Okay. Last one, because remember we skipped lesson 20. So we're using the scale from the first problem. Remember, this is from our examples. We're using a scale of 1 over 144 to find the actual length of the pool. The length measures 10 centimeters on the scale. So 10 to centimeters to meters is 0.1. Divided by 1 over 144 is 14.40 meters. And then we need to find the surface area of the actual pool. And this pool is a square, so we take 14.4 times 14.4. And then we needed to round it to the nearest tenth, so we get 207.4 meters squared. All right. So I know that was really fast, but I want to give you as much time as you can on your test. You can always go back and double check a specific lesson for this review, or ask me a question if you have them. Please ask before you take the test, because I want to be able to help you so you can do your best on the test. But otherwise, that's your assignment. It's due on Tuesday.